So how many megapixels do you really need? There's a big question, and I get this question in my seminars that I do all around the country. And people say, well, why do I want to spend all this money for a 21 megapixel, which was $8,000 here just shortly, but now at $2,700, maybe it's something you want to consider. And the main reason you want to consider it is that the more megapixels, the more you can crop. All of a sudden, we're now at a point where we can crop. It's like shooting Velvia in film, and there was so much sharpness and lack of grain, we could actually crop it. Now with digital, with these 8 megapixel, 6 megapixel, 12 megapixel cameras, you can crop a little bit, but not much. So here's this little malachite kingfisher. He's 4 inches tall. That fish is 1 inch tall. What I prefer to have is this image. But with 21 megapixels, we can do that. That's no problem. I have a 40 by 60 inch print of this in my house, and it holds together very nicely. You can see here how much we've cropped it, and we're still doing very well. But what about this? That's how much I can crop, and especially when I'm just showing it on the screen like this, a print may not hold up quite as well, and that's where we took it from. The more megapixels you have, the more you can go into an image, and it's the equivalent now. That was a 100 to 400 that I took of the overall thing. Now I have the equivalent of about an 800 or 900 millimeter lens, and the quality is still quite good. Much better than we used to have with the film. I mentioned to you high dynamic range, which is actually contrast control. We can take several pictures on a tripod so that they match, put the two together, very simple Photoshop layers technology, and all of a sudden we've increased the tonal range of our camera far beyond anything that we've ever had before. Here's where we see this ahead of time. If we think about this when we go out there and we say, I want to take a picture here, but I want everything that's out there still with detail, and I want this area in the front with the black pants and everything here to have detail into it, I have to take several pictures, and you all have to sit real still. Combination of that, I can do what we would do here, which would be HDR, and now we combine the two, one for the sky, one for the front of these formations, and it works pretty nicely. This is 6 images put together either in Photoshop HDR or in Photomatics. We have information in the sky, we have information in the sand, and in these lava rocks in the foreground. There is no way that one picture would ever be able to take this particular shot.